Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk about a new, very exciting, very innovative palette from the genius that is Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette, and I want to actually read to you the full name of the palette, and there's a reason. This is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette for, listen up please, eyes, brows, face, and lips. So if you thought this was just another matte eyeshadow palette, I am going to hopefully prove to you today that you are mistaken. So we're going to use this on my entire face. I have done my entire look today with this and then added in a little blush, a little lip gloss, and a little mascara basically. Everything else you see on my face is this palette. First thing I want to do is admire the look of it. Look at this beautiful thing. It's in this gorgeous copper and it's got this metal plate. And when you open it up, it has a nice mirror. I have been really sticking some brushes in here, so I apologize, it's a mess. But what we have is 10 different shades, yes, of matte. You can go with skin tones here or complementary or contrasting colors for your skin tone. The larger pan is a kind of a, I want to say almost like a cream puttied product. It's beautiful. And then it has a matching, if you can see that next to it, a matching smaller powder shade. The idea is that the cream is used to line, to shape, and define, and then the powder, well, it powders over it, kind of locks the look in. And today we're going to use it to contour and bronze. We're going to use it on the eyes. We're going to use it to line the lips. We're going to use it to do my brows. And you can, that's really just the basics that we're going to do. But it looks like I have a very involved look on today. I really don't. It's all done with this palette. Now, Danessa Myricks was not traditionally trained, and that shows in the best of all ways. It's made her kind of, I like to say she's a magician, and I've called her that when I met her in person. She's absolutely lovely. But it also makes her a master of imagination of sorts. She just kind of imagined a beauty world where her creativity earned her a spot, and it's earned her more than one spot really. This kind of creativity, innovation, and intellect that goes into her makeup is amazing, and it encourages all of us to be a lot more daring in our makeup application and the looks that we achieve. She really does not like rules. There's a spirit that she puts into her palettes, and I know I'm waxing on, but I want you to understand this is not supposed to be just an eyeshadow palette. I know that Mario has one, I know that Patrick Ta released one, and I know you could certainly go ahead and use those on the rest of the face too. But these textures and shades are made for it rather than appropriating it. They're made for it. So let's look at them first before we go to the demo and play with it. We're going to look at these shades in two different lights, and I want you to imagine not an eyeshadow palette. I want you to purposely imagine a face palette. So let's take a look here first in studio lighting. There's every shade, and I have done the cream shade and then the matching powder shade next to it for the entire top row and then the entire bottom row as it is laid out in the palette. And you can see all those shades in there. You can mix the shades too if there's one that doesn't match your brows or what you want for the lips. I don't end up mixing them today. I'm just playing around with it. But really, like I said, the sky is the limit with your creativity. Let's take this outside and take a look at these shades in the warm California sunshine. Remember to envision a whole face palette, not just something for the eyes. And that's where the texture has it. I'm happy to do shade comparisons for you over on Instagram. All you have to do is ask. I'm super happy to do it, but I just want you to know that it's not even the shades so much as the formulations here that are made to use and enjoy all over the face as we are about to do in the demo. Now, I don't know if I said it, but this palette is $65. It was on the screen, but it is $65, and it is just a load of imagination and fun, more than you would think you would ever get out of 10 matte, essentially brown shades. Let's see what even I can do with this right now in the demo. I will be entirely frank with you guys when I say that I don't know if I'm excited to use this palette the way we are going to attempt to use it, or if I'm slightly intimidated. And I think it's a little bit of both. I think I'm excited, but the intimidation factor is that I'm doing it on camera. And again, as I remind you, I'm a beauty editor, a journalist, not a makeup artist. So I've interviewed a lot of makeup artists and watched them, but I am not one. So this might be testing my limits, but let's see how it goes. Right now I have on some of the Yummy Skin Tint, which is a wonderful, wonderful Danessa Myricks invention that I recommend to people all the time. It's lovely. All right, we are going to do as much as we can to build the foundation of my face with these shades. And as you see, I have really had my fingers in them a lot. I don't know if that shows on camera, but they're all kind of smushed, and they're going to get smushed more. And I want to do everything with this, and I want to start with, I want to try to use some of this cream and then powder over to see if I can almost match my skin tone a little bit. Look what I'm doing. And put on a, almost like a concealer. Let's see. And how am I choosing the shade? I don't know. You tell me, and then we'll both know. I don't know. I'm just kind of choosing the shade. I don't know if it's too yellow. I don't know. I'm just having fun. I'm kind of going in here, and then I guess I can kind of powder over it. I don't have any concealer on. I mean, I'm thinking that's too light. That will be too dark. You know, you got to play around. Look, I'm not trying to be perfect here, you guys. I'm really, truly just trying to have fun. And since I have the skin tint on, I'm just seeing what this would all do as a concealer. And so I'm going in with a Sonia G. This is a Sonia G Fusion brush. And I'm just going in with the Fusion brush. This is a little bit too yellow. And wherever Danessa Myricks is right now, she might be going, no, Rebecca, no, Rebecca. But I'm just playing. And that I know she would approve of. Because she does not go by a written rule book. She really lets us do what we want with her products. So maybe she would not disapprove. I certainly hope not. Okay, and then if I take on top of that, I brought a lot of little eye brushes over. If I take on top of that a powder, even like this one, let's see if this is too light to just kind of powder over it. This is very light, but it's a powder. And again, you're going to look at your own skin tone here, and certainly there's enough. And I'm just kind of powdering over those areas very gently with the lightest powder. Why? I don't know. Why not? I'm just trying to, you know, I just want to see how to, if I can like the way I'm using this. Okay. All right. Not bad. So now let's try some eyebrows, shall we? I'm going to brush down my eyebrows. I do not do any sort of eyebrow artistry. But I'm just going to brush them down. I'm going to take the little brush on the back. This is a cheapo Amazon eyebrow brush, and then I'm just going to kind of look at my brows. They're pretty dark, so I'm going to go in here with this. Whoa, I really got in there. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, you guys. I'm just kind of drawing a little bit of a line and maybe filling in a little bit. I'm not doing anything super special. I don't know if I need to add in, I can tell what color I use, that's for sure. If I need to add in any sort of a powder on top. I'm just trying to show you guys this is not meant to be an eyeshadow palette. I see this, the reason it's called, the name it has is I believe it is, you know, the reason it's groundwork is I believe it's all about filling in the eyebrows, filling in the face. Too light, too red. I mean, obviously, look, some of you are so good with color. You could even mix a color using two of these. And if my patients were to put up with that, I would, okay? Now, I brought over the Sonia G, the Lotus. This has some mixed synthetic with goat hair, so I thought it would be kind of nice for bronzing. I don't chisel out or contour. I just like to warm up the face. So I'm going to go with kind of a warm shade. Let's go back into this one. And I just want to warm up my face just to bring some light into it. So it looked like maybe I have a little bit of a tan, and I'm just kind of going around the hairline with it. And then if I wanted to, then why not? I could set it with the powder over, like a powder bronzer would. And again, I'm just trying to lay, I have no mascara on, no color anywhere. I'm just trying to lay the groundwork for a look. Okay. I don't know. Should I do the lips? Okay, well, let's do a little bit of something with the eyes. And this we can figure out how to do. I brought over some goat's hair brushes, rougher brushes mostly, and I thought we could just kind of go in and do a really kind of nice eye look. Maybe if I go in with this cooler shade here, maybe that can help my eyelid recede a little bit there. This shouldn't be too hard. And a lot of people are thinking of this palette. The reason it got compared so much to Mario and Patrick Ta, and I'm sure you could, by the way, you could easily use the Mario and Patrick Ta palettes for the same thing, but Danessa Myricks is very specific about the fact that this is indeed a face palette to use on the face. So let's go in the corner there with that. I don't know, I'm just trying a few different things. I'm using a lot of the creams, but that's okay because I think that's why they give you more of it. So let me just go in now to the powder, and these all have names. So this should be a little bit more, feel a little bit more familiar, just kind of using it as an eyeshadow, as a matte eyeshadow palette, and maybe I will even add in some shimmer. Okay, so we have a lot of things done there. It needs mascara, eyeliner, maybe some shimmer, definitely some cheek color. I'm very pale today. So let's see, let me take this liner. This is a number 3 from Rephr. And let's just, I need something a little bit more dense. You know, guys, I like those dense ones. Let's see if this is dense enough. Yeah. Okay, what should I line with? I want to line with something that will be kind of fun to put a pretty color on. Like I'm thinking of using the Danessa Myricks, the cream blush and lip color. So I kind of want something that will work with that. Let's try this one here. Okay, that's just kind of a brown kind of 90s liner. All right, now I'm going to go off camera and I'm just going to put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks cream blush on cheeks and lips, put on a little mascara, and let's see what we come out with. So far, I'm actually relieved / pleased. Stay right there. Okay, I added in a few very simple items, and this is my finished look for the day. The entire groundwork, foundation of the look, was done with just a little bit of this yummy tint and this entire palette for brows, for contour and bronzing, for lip lining. I could have easily lined, but I did the eyes with it, and I'm feeling really, really good about that. I added in this Danessa Myricks on cheeks and lips. I put a little gloss over the lips, a little eyeliner, some mascara, and I grabbed this cream Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. I'll put it all in the description bar, but I just did an entire look with really everything just in this palette. So I think this is indeed, as advertised, I think this is indeed more than an eyeshadow palette. This is not another matte eyeshadow palette with different shades of matte. This is absolutely a face palette to do your entire face. And if you are someone with lots of patience for contouring, you could do nose contour, you could do even all sorts of lines, you can do a cat eye with it, you could do really pronounced differentiations in lip shades, you could do line with one shade and even go in with the other, add a gloss over it. I did the basics, but I mean really the sky is the limit if you have an imagination, certainly one that matches Danessa Myricks. So I am pretty darn impressed. It's another very innovative, very different, very exciting, frankly, product from Danessa Myricks. All of these kind of face shades from in every scope to go with every skin tone and to play and complement different skin tones one off of the other in both cream and powder. That's pretty cool and pretty innovative. And I've really based my entire look around it, and I'm super happy with this look. And I just did the basics, you know, sky's the limit. So let me know what you think. When you first saw this advertised, did you just think it was another matte eyeshadow palette? It's definitely not. What did you think? What have you done with it? Did you pick one up? Are you planning to? So many questions for you guys, but that's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. While it is true that YouTube will recommend creators you've seen already, It does help me personally if you can also hit the subscribe button. It's really what helps us grow. Come on over also and say a big hello on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. And don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this YouTube community by becoming a channel member. It's $4.99 a month. All the money goes into buying more product, and we have weekly members-only lives, gossipy lives, and all sorts of good stuff. Or you can give super thanks or just purchase from the links below. But in all honesty, if you're here, I'm just thrilled to see you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.